Hi, I'm Danny Boom and welcome to Recipe Rehab, sponsored by Everyday Health.
On this episode, the Lyle family loves their traditional lasagna.
Who wants to make some lasagna?
We do! We love to cook in the kitchen together, especially when we're making my mom's lasagna.
When I was a small child, my mom used to make it. So it has some really good family memories for me. So I wanted to bring that into my family. So how much cheese do you want to put in this dish?
A lot. My favorite part is all the cheese we put on there, but it's not healthy.
With more than 600 calories per serving and a ton of salt, this fatty dish needs a major health makeover.
Diabetes and high cholesterol run in the family, so we really need a healthier option. Please, rehab our lasagna recipe.
Our two chefs will battle it out to see who can rehab the Lyle's recipe and make it more nutritious
The number one thing I'm gonna do is get rid of the beef.
without sacrificing any of the flavor.
I'm enhancing the flavor of this lasagna sauce by using fresh herbs.
The Lyles will then cook the rehab recipes in their own kitchen.
We're making lasagna in the kitchen.
Our chefs will be judged on taste, health, and ease.
You guys are still chopping? Yeah.
Which recipe will fall flat?
I think the green recipe is gonna taste like a salad.
Which will score big?
That's so cool.
And who will win the title of Recipe Rehab Champion?
And let's meet those fantastic chefs right now. At the green station, it's the Italian stallion, Chef Laura Vitali. And at the yellow station, the dashing Chef Byron Talbot. Okay, chefs, are you ready to see the Lyle lasagna?
I am.
Absolutely.
All right. Wow. Chef Laura, you're picking through that very diligently.
Yes, because there's a lot of cheese,
Yeah.
salt.
You can really taste the sodium in that.
This lasagna is loaded with a whopping 1,612 milligrams of sodium, 70% of the recommended amount for an entire day. It's crazy, isn't it?
Yeah, that's crazy.
Okay, guys, let's put 60 minutes on the clock. Are you ready?
Ready?
We're ready for this one.
Okay, let's rehab that recipe.
Our chefs will be judged in 3 categories. The Lyles will judge the dishes on taste and ease of preparation, and the Everyday Health nutritionist will give each recipe a score for health.
Okay, so Byron, what are you gonna do to change this dish?
Well, the first thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna make my own pasta sauce. I'm using ground turkey as opposed to ground beef. I'm gonna make my own pasta.
You're gonna make pasta?
Fresh pasta, no eggs. Just that's gonna lower the overall amount of sodium, fat, and cholesterol by 60%.
Really?
Yep.
Wow. Chef Laura.
Hello, my darling.
So what are the 3 things you're gonna do to reduce this down to a healthy lasagna?
The number one thing I'm gonna do is get rid of the beef.
Making a vegetarian lasagna?
It's a great way to sneak some veggies into your kid's diet. It's still gonna taste just as fantastic.
What type of veggies are we gonna be using?
I've got some peppers, onions, garlic, mushrooms that I'm gonna saute all together. Instead of using a lot of pasta, I'm going to use, grilled eggplant and zucchini layers.
What else are you doing?
Getting rid of most of the cheese. By doing just these few simple techniques, I'm gonna cut the fat by about 70%. I'm reducing the calories by about half.
No way.
Absolutely.
Chef Byron, I see you using turkey from our sponsor, Jenny O.
Yep.
So why are we using turkey?
It lowers the fat, it's a leaner product.
This is how you're gonna reduce the fat.
Yeah.
We're gonna use turkey in our dish.
Very easy swap from ground beef to turkey
How are you enhancing flavor?
by using fresh herbs, garlic, onions, kind of giving that spice to it, a little bit of sweetness. I'm using fresh tomatoes, no sodium added tomato paste.
Fantastic. So Laura, I can see there's a can of tomatoes here. Are these
Yep.
low sodium?
Organic, no salt added. That alone, plus using so much less cheese, will cut the amount of sodium by about half.
The Lyles, they used pre-made sauce for their lasagna. And this thing's got a load of sodium in it. It's over 1,600 milligrams.
Do you know what would happen to me if I ate that much salt?
What would
I
happen?
couldn't fit in my stilettos, my feet swell up.
Let's look at Byron, what he's doing here. You're using,
These piquillo peppers, they're just like a small bell pepper.
so they're roasted
They're
already.
roasted, they're peeled, kind of a smoky flavor to them. So it just kind of gives that, oomph to it.
So you're gonna
Really
give
good.
your sauce a little bit of oomph with a
Yeah.
smoky pepper. Okay, guys, so we're at the halfway mark. The chefs have gone under the hood of this fatty beef lasagna and they're rebuilding it from the inside out. Chef Laura is making vegetarian lasagna while Chef Byron is using lean turkey. Sounds interesting, but will the Lyles go for it? It's time for our first break and a Better Eats pop quiz.
Which item in lasagna is high in healthy monounsaturated fat?
Is it A, ground beef, 70% lean, 30% fat? B, Parmesan cheese? C, whole milk mozzarella cheese? Or is it D, olive oil? The answer when we return to Recipe Rehab. Don't go away.
This segment was brought to you by Jenny O, making it easy to eat well.
Welcome back to Recipe Rehab. Before the break, we asked you which item in lasagna is high in healthy monounsaturated fat. Is it A, ground beef, 70% lean, 30% fat? B, Parmesan cheese? C, whole milk mozzarella cheese? Or is it D, olive oil? If you said D, olive oil, you are correct. Monounsaturated fats may improve cholesterol levels. Choosing olive oil instead of butter or stick margarine is a great choice. Now let's get back to the action. With about 30 minutes to go, Chef Laura and Chef Byron are in a head-to-head battle to see who can completely rehab this behemoth lasagna.
Chef Laura has eliminated the meat and added veggies. Interesting move. Meanwhile, Chef Byron has swapped the beef for turkey. Now, which chef will be able to win this competition and the Lyles family taste buds?
Chef Byron, you look like you're about to start this challenge of making your own pasta.
Yeah, why not?
So, what's the ingredients?
Whole wheat flour, just a little bit of water, and some olive oil. No eggs.
No butter.
No bleached flour, nothing. Very simple.
Is that going to change the taste?
It's gonna change it for the better. I mean, you're using whole wheat flour as opposed to bleached flour. Just gives it a little bit nutty flavor and maybe gives it a little more texture, actually.
And looking at Chef Laura.
I'm gonna work on my spinach.
Okay, so what's the spinach going to do here?
The spinach is gonna add some extra vitamins for the kiddos, and it's also going to add sweetness to the sauce without having to add any sugar.
All right, Chef Byron, you got some hardware.
This is just a hand-cranked pasta machine.
You can put your socks in there to dry them as well, right?
What's great about this is since I'm using no eggs, I'm taking out the cholesterol. So I'm cutting it by half.
Which is a huge thing in this family, right? You're not worried about this at all being too labor-intensive for the family?
Maybe it's a little bit more labor-intensive, but it really gets you involved.
We want to get the family cooking together as well as eating together.
See that?
Ooh.
See how easy that comes out?
Yeah.
Let's see how far I can make you run.
Okay, I'm going. Look at this, homemade pasta. Chef Laura is ready to rock and roll by the looks of things.
I'm ready to make my filling.
Oh, we're adding a cheese filling.
Yes, we are.
Right.
And this is one of my key ingredients, low-fat cottage cheese.
Is that ricotta?
Yep.
So you're sticking with the family mantle. They love their cheese.
So am I.
So you're not taking all the fun out of this.
No.
What are you gonna do with your cheesy component?
I'm gonna use a low-fat ricotta cheese, and I'm gonna use low-moisture mozzarella, and that's gonna bring down the cholesterol in the recipe.
Oh, Chef Byron, you do it again. If you like what you see here today, be sure to catch the entire first season of Recipe Rehab on YouTube. All you gotta do is search Recipe Rehab. Oh, why are you now damaging what we've just
So I'm
made?
gonna punch these out. I'm gonna make little lasagna cupcakes.
Oh, that's such a cool idea.
Because it's portion control.
Oh, I think our Italian stallion may have a challenger.
Well, we'll see.
Now, are you actually gonna blanch your
No.
pasta?
I'm using no-boil lasagna sheets, which are fantastic.
I've never heard of that.
They fit perfectly in a nice casserole
When they
dish.
say no boil, how do they cook?
And they cook in the oven.
Like with all the moisture in the pan?
Yes, and because we have the veggies, which obviously let out a lot of their own moisture, you don't have to add tons of sauce and cheese.
So Byron, you're gonna just blanch the pasta in the hot water.
Yeah, 30 seconds to a minute. I'm gonna take it out, and then I'm gonna start layering it and make my cupcakes.
So our turkey from our sponsor Jenny O, it smells great. You wouldn't know the difference between the turkey and the beef. It's absolutely fantastic.
I'm sorry. I have to see what my competition is gonna be like.
See, Chef Laura, she's sweating it. The Italian stallion may have found a contender for amazing
goodness.
marinara sauce.
That's delicious. That is delicious.
Okay, so a little bit of sprinkle of cheese. You're in the oven now, right?
Yep,
How
going
long
in
is
the
it gonna
oven.
take to cook?
It's taking about 10 minutes.
So, Chef Laura, what are you doing here?
I've uncovered it because now it's pretty much all cooked through. I'm gonna stick it back in the oven, but before I do that, I topped it with a little bit of reduced fat mozzarella.
Well, this family, they demand the cheesy
And I've
gooiness,
got
right?
it.
30 seconds left, chefs. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. That's it, guys. Time's up. Wow. This lasagna has been majorly rehabbed. Fantastic job, chefs. But the true test is still to come, because when we come back, the Lyle family will cook those recipes, and then they'll decide who's got the better eats. But first, it's time for another Better Eats pop quiz question. Having high cholesterol could lead to which of the following conditions? A, heart disease, B, heart attack, C, stroke, or D, all the above? The answer when we return to Recipe Rehab. Don't go away.
This segment was brought to you by Jenny O, making it easy to eat well.
Welcome back to Recipe Rehab. Before the break, we asked you, having high cholesterol could lead to which of the following conditions? A, heart disease, B, heart attack, C, stroke, or D, all the above? If you said D, all the above, you're right. Having high cholesterol is a major risk factor for heart disease, heart attack, and stroke. Eating a healthy diet and staying active can help manage cholesterol levels. Now let's get back to the action. Chef Laura and Chef Byron have worked wonders on the Lyle family's lasagna recipe. We sent the family both the rehab recipes and all the ingredients they'll need to recreate the chef's new takes on their dish. Let's see what they do with them.
Me and Kayla will do the green and you guys can do the yellow.
All right.
Okay, let's see what's inside. Oh, eggplant.
Spinach. I don't really like spinach.
I hate mushrooms.
Our favorite ingredient.
Mozzarella cheese.
Why is there so little?
We got some ground turkey meat.
We usually have ground beef. The ingredients in the yellow box are unusual. We don't use most of the stuff in our original recipe. We have fresh tomatoes, spinach, whole wheat flour, and we have to make some stuff from scratch, so it's gonna be hard.
Wait, but there's no meat in ours.
How are we gonna do this?
Well, there's only one way to find out. Let's get cooking. Oh my gosh.
Looks like we're starting with the pasta. Wheat, flour, water, olive oil, and cornmeal. Mom, it's time to roll up your sleeves.
Okay, you take this half and I'll take this half. I have never made fresh pasta from scratch, so it's a little intimidating, so we'll see how this goes.
Being healthy is a lot of work.
Okay, so start the sauce. We need onion, pepper.
I think the green recipe is gonna taste like a salad because there are a lot of fresh vegetables. Eggplant, zucchini, mushrooms, Italian parsley. It was like a garden exploded in there.
My girls are very picky eaters. It's hard to get them to eat vegetables. So the fresh ingredients are gonna be a little new for them.
Add the thawed spinach and crushed tomatoes.
It's finally starting to look like tomato sauce.
I agree with you.
Let's get started on the sauce.
Time to brown our turkey.
So that's gonna cook for a little bit, and then we're gonna add the garlic and the peppers.
All right, we're done with our sauce and we're moving on to our vegetables.
Okay.
I have never had eggplant before.
Me neither. I'm really surprised to see eggplant in the greens recipe because I have no idea how that fits into lasagna.
Let's make our filling.
All right. When I think about lasagna, the first thing that comes into mind is cheese.
Hey Mom, we only use 1 cup of ricotta cheese, and in your recipe we use the whole tub.
Let's see how this is gonna go, huh? I'm really curious to see how we're gonna get that cheesy taste.
This actually is looking pretty good. We have ricotta cheese, and cottage cheese, and parsley.
Looking good.
We're gonna start layering it up.
Wow, that looks really good. I am so proud of you guys. What's next?
Put it in the oven.
Lasagna, the healthy version.
All right, it looks like we're done here. It's time to try this pasta. You ready? Don't get your fingers in there.
That's so cool.
This is not a one-person job.
Okay, Sierra, we're finally ready to put this together. In our recipe, the calories are 634, and on the yellow recipe, it's 492.
Wow.
That's pretty big.
Your mind's about to
I know,
be
this
blown
one's
away.
crazy big.
What's the crazy
In
one?
our recipe, the sodium, 1,612 milligrams.
Okay.
In the green recipe, 384 milligrams for sodium.
Diabetes and high cholesterol runs in our family, so it's really important for us to stay healthy so that we don't have any health issues later.
All right, Mom, let's put these in the oven.
All right. I think the cupcakes are kind of fun. It's kind of a portion control. You can just, say, okay, I'm just gonna have maybe one for dinner, and then that's perfect. Okay, guys, let's see how our lasagna looks.
Looks like it's ready. Let's eat.
All right.
Okay, guys, we worked so hard to make these, and now it's finally time to taste them. Let's start with the green recipe.
I really like it. It is really creamy. I think it's really good. It has a good texture.
I agree with Sierra. I like the texture, but I definitely think it could do without the eggplant.
I think it's definitely creamy. I like that, and I like all the vegetables. I suspected that you guys would have a little bit of a difficult time with the vegetables.
I think the spinach is really good.
Really?
I like this one.
Okay. There's hope yet.
Okay, guys, are we ready to try the yellow recipe? Yes! I like the turkey better than the beef. The turkey just has a better flavor.
I really like this one a lot, but I do think it needs more cheese.
This I didn't think looked incredible, but it tasted really good.
You know, I like making the pasta, and I like the flavor of the wheat pasta. I like the turkey. I just thought it was just a little bit dry. But the flavors, I think, were very good.
I think it tastes a lot like yours, Mom, but I think it needs more cheese.
All right, I know which one I like. Yeah, me too.
Me too.
Okay.
Well, it looks like they had a lot of fun in the kitchen, doesn't it? Now, when we come back, the Lyle family will deliver the final verdict on which Rehab lasagna is the best. Don't you go anywhere. Welcome back to Recipe Rehab. It's decision time. Chef Laura and Chef Byron both did an amazing job in rehabbing the Lyle family lasagna. Now it's time to find out who's today's winner. Our chefs will be judged in 3 categories. It'll be up to the Lyle family to judge the dishes on taste and ease of preparation. And the Everyday Health nutritionist will give each recipe a score for health. There are 10 points in each category, so the perfect score is 30. So let's first take a look at how Chef Byron did.
For taste, we really love the turkey and the homemade pasta, but we really miss the cheese. So we gave it a 9 out of 10. For health, the Everyday Health nutritionist gave it a 9.
The Everyday Health nutritionist especially loved how he snuck in those veggies and reduced the fat by well over half. But he missed the perfect 10 because the sodium was still a little bit too high. Now, how do you feel about that, Chef Byron?
You know, mine had a little bit too much sodium, but I'm super happy with my dish.
Now, let's see what you got for ease of preparation.
For ease of preparation, this recipe was really labor intensive. There was a lot of chopping, and making our own pasta just took a really long time. So that's why we gave it a 7 out of 10. For a total score of 25 points.
So, Chef, you were given a 7 for ease of preparation, which brings your overall score to 25.
Yeah, a little disappointed in that, but you know, making pasta at home, I think it brings the family together. You know,
It was a lot of fun.
Yeah, it was great.
I had fun.
You had fun.
I had loads of fun. So, Chef Laura, 25 is the score to beat. Let's see what the Lyle family thought of your recipe.
For taste, we all really liked the texture, but we think it could have done without the eggplant. That's why we gave it an 8 out of 10. For health, the Everyday Health nutritionist gave it a perfect 10.
They thought she did an amazing job by cutting the fat by 75%. She also reduced the cholesterol by 65%, just what the doctor ordered for the Lyle family. Now let's go back to the family and see what score they gave you for ease of preparation. All you gotta do is get 8 or better to be queen of the kitchen today.
Cross my fingers.
For ease of preparation, my sister and I thought it was really easy to follow. We could do it all by ourselves, so we gave it a 9 out of 10. For a total score of 27 points. That means the green recipe is the winner.
And that means, Chef Laura, congratulations. You are the Lyle family lasagna recipe rehab champion.
Great job.
So what do you think?
I was really sweating it because good competition here.
Very good competition. Chefs, amazing work today. You've shown us some fantastic techniques. Everyone at home can use your tips to make their food great tasting and healthier. And if you're looking for some more healthy cooking tips and tricks and some new recipes, you can find them all at bettereats.com/recipe rehab. Join us next time when we continue the fight to slash the fat, cut the calories, and rehab another recipe for you and your family to enjoy. See you next time.
Ciao, ciao.
Closed captioning and other promotional considerations for Recipe Rehab are provided by